Hi everybody, it's Niels again. This is my second video about my metoidioplasty surgery. Today I'm going to talk about the specific choices that I have made for my surgery. Any kind of genital reconstruction surgery is it's not just one thing. It's several things, and you can choose which parts you want and which parts you don't want. And obviously, these choices are very personal. It depends on your personal preferences and feelings and this particular type of dysphoria that you experience. And so, what is best for me is not necessarily best for everybody else, and it's something that every person needs to think about really, really carefully. What I have chosen is these things. I'm having a metoidioplasty without urethral lengthening. I'm having a scrotoplasty, a Mons resection, and a vaginectomy. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what those are and why I've chosen it. So I'm going to start explaining the vaginectomy. What they do there is it's not a real vaginectomy because they don't entirely remove the vagina. What they're doing is called a colpoclesis, where I think that's what it's called. They remove the vaginal mucosa. They sew everything together, and over the following years, it is going to close off completely, so that there will not be anything left there. There will not be even the slightest thing, and you will not be able to tell that there was ever something there. Now, the reason I've chosen this is that area of my body is causing me a lot of discomfort, and I think if I couldn't do anything else and just did this, it would still improve the quality of my life immensely. I'm so uncomfortable with it, and it's just, for me, it's one of the things that I'm looking forward to. I know for a fact, because other people have told me, that this is a really, really painful process, and not looking forward to that part, but not having something there is just very, very important for my well-being. The next thing I've chosen is the scrotoplasty. This is more for aesthetic reasons. I've seen results where guys have not chosen scrotoplasty but just had the metoidioplasty on its own. And while I'm sure that that's satisfactory for them, for me, that just wouldn't be what I wanted. I don't think it looks right to me, or it doesn't look the way I want my stuff to look. So that's why I'm having a scrotoplasty. The Mons resection, well, that's a little bit more complicated, but so what a Mons resection can do is, if you have a lot of fat on your Mons pubis, it can remove it. What you basically do is you make a cut from hip to hip, and you pull up the skin. It's sort of like top surgery, except then you pull down the skin, but here you pull up the skin and you make the Mons pubis flatter, which is a more male configuration. And the second thing you achieve is that you pull everything from below, you pull it up on your body so that it's more prominent and more visible. Now, everybody is configured differently down there, and unfortunately, your initial placement of the clitoris, of the labia majora, it has a lot to do with how good a result you're going to get in the other end. And this is not something that testosterone can change. I mean, testosterone can change the size, and it's important that you wait a little bit, you're on testosterone a bit so you have a chance to grow. However, it's not going to change where things are placed relative to each other. Now, what a Mons resection can do is it can actually improve your placement so that, when you have a penis, it is not going to be hidden in the fat of your Mons pubis, and also not going to be covered by your balls. I don't have the best initial placement, and I'm really just hoping that the Mons resection can do me a lot of good in terms of being satisfied with the results. The last part is the metoidioplasty itself, which I've chosen without urethral lengthening. Now, I know a lot of guys, for them, the urethral lengthening is the most important thing, because what they want to do is stand to pee. And there are actually 3 reasons why I've chosen not to do this. Now, the first reason is that it is a really, it's the part of the procedure that most often leads to complications, and so it's risky. And the second part is that I have a kidney disease, and sometimes I produce kidney stones, and how they fix those by inserting instruments through the urethra, up into the bladder, up into the kidney, and then they use ultrasound to blast the stone into like 1,000 little tiny shards of glass. And then over the next couple of days, you pee out all those little tiny shards of glass. Now, I can only imagine what that would be like through a recently constructed urethra. I don't think that thing is going to be as sturdy as as what you have originally, and also just the thought of peeing, those little tiny shards of glass through your new tiny penis is just not appealing to me. And I asked my surgeon, do you recommend this? And he said, for you, no, this is definitely not a recommended procedure. So, and the third reason is I don't really need it. I don't stand up to pee, and I don't really need to, and I don't really feel like I don't understand that part. I know that this is a very real thing for some guys, and that they are extremely uncomfortable with having to sit down. And I feel for you, I really do, but I just don't feel that way myself at all. I don't want to stand in the urinal to pee. I don't want to, I want my privacy. I'm a stall man, like George Costanza would say, and I don't need it. So combined with the fact that it's complicated and it's not really recommended for me, that's what I've chosen. So that's it. That's what I've chosen. I'm really, again, I'm open to answering questions about this, and I also want to hear about other people's choices and why they've chosen that. And please subscribe to me, or you can follow me on Twitter, or friend me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram, or follow me on Tumblr. You can do whatever you want. I put my links below, and I just wanted you to have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. And next time I think I'm going to be talking about expectations and how to manage your expectations. So I'll see you guys.